Right now at 10, the latest on the man accused of abducting a pregnant Beaver Dam teenager.
And a Wisconsin congressman highlights the negative impacts of federal cuts to SNAP.
Plus, La Crosse Boys and Girls Clubs honor community members for their contributions.
WKBT La Crosse, this is News 8 Now at 10.
Good evening, and thank you for joining us for News 8 Now at 10. I'm Emily Brown.
And I'm Ken Kozarowski. The town of Campbell is one step closer to incorporation.
News 8 Now's Allison Ferget explains.
This week, La Crosse County Circuit Court approved the town of Campbell's incorporation petition. The petition will now move onto the state's Incorporation Review Board, who will decide in the next 6 months whether to approve, deny, or modify the township's request.
We want to remain an independent entity. That's our goal here.
Town of Campbell Chairman Dan Kapanke says incorporating would prevent the city of La Crosse from annexing land in the township.
We had a 21-year boundary agreement with the city that expired last year. So now our borders are again open for annexation. We want to incorporate so that goes away forever.
When the city annexes land, the town of Campbell can no longer collect property taxes there. Past annexations have prompted Campbell to take action.
We just want to secure our borders so that we have our tax base so that we can provide the services people need on French Island.
One of those services, clean drinking water. Forever chemicals, known as PFAS, have contaminated the township's wells. They're now working on building a new system with clean water.
We want to put in a water system to the tune of maybe $50 million. We want to know what our tax base is going to be so that we can pay for that water system.
Kapanke did say they will move ahead with the new water system regardless of how incorporation goes. In February, the city of La Crosse set aside money for legal expenses to fight against Campbell's incorporation. But Kapanke says there's no bad blood with the city.
This is all about pro-Campbell. This is not anti-La Crosse in any way, shape, or form. La Crosse we recognize as the driving engine in this community. So many good things happen because of La Crosse, and we want to just be able to assist in that matter and let the border wars go away.
And that's Allison Ferget reporting.
And if the state approves Campbell's petition, residents in the township will then vote in a referendum on whether to approve incorporation.
Congressman Derek Van Orden heard from constituents in a virtual town hall today. He spoke on the Department of Agriculture's proposal to cut 10 to 30% of federal funding to SNAP. He says he would refuse to vote for the bill because those cuts would be shouldered by Wisconsin taxpayers.
And I don't pull punches when you're talking about hungry kids and people that are using these SNAP benefits. I said, look, which one of you geniuses came up with the, hey, we're gonna raise the tax bill for the state of Wisconsin, $137 million. I said, that's a non-starter. Like, I'm not going to do that. Like, I'm not doing that. If they want to put 10% of SNAP back to the states, I'm not voting for it.
Governor Tony Evers today marking the start of Mental Health Awareness Month. He did it alongside Chippewa Falls students. Evers highlighted his $300 million plan to combat the youth mental health crisis. He also proclaimed today Fab Lab Day while touring the school's technology facilities.
Schools, they can't fix everything, but what they can do is be thoughtful of kids that are struggling in school and at home, and the ability of families to kind of get through these difficult times. I'm sure the school will be very helpful, and these programs that they have here will be helpful.
Evers has declared 2025 the Year of the Kid, with mental health a big priority.
The Family and Children's Center also raising awareness for Mental Health Awareness Month. Today, cutting the ribbon on a new mural. The center partnered with the La Crosse Area Suicide Prevention Initiative to create it. The mural reminds those struggling with mental health they are not alone, and there's always resources they can reach out to.
If we're not asking people if they're okay or inviting someone to come to us to share that they're having a hard time, then more than likely they're not going to just open up and start talking about it. So we need to open that door and let them know that people are here, people care.
The mural was created in October during a paint party with the help of internationally known artist Christy McCarthy.
Yeah, unfortunately, the last 2 days of this work week are going to be damp and cloudy with rain and cool conditions, but the weekend is still looking good. We just got to get through tomorrow with the cloudy conditions and temperatures. Actually, they're going to feel quite chilly for the second day of May. Right now, we do have showers that will be coming through. Right now, most of it is centered near Eau Claire or northward, but we still got a scatter activity that'll persist overnight and actually through the morning commute for some areas. It's really being concentrated north of Eau Claire, but all areas may see a sprinkle or two through the morning commute. Just light rain, nothing like we saw this morning with steadier rainfall. Chances really kind of dwindle, but then we kind of see a little uptick here and there throughout the day, but don't expect any steady rainfall. Plenty of dry periods, but the temperatures won't really budge much. Only 53 as we get towards noon. 46 starting off Eau Claire, and they're not going to move much either. Only just 47. The rain is more probably steadier a little bit more in the morning. They'll also see it kind of become more scattered, but still some sprinkles of showers throughout the day are possible. And once again, with that northeast wind, it won't feel comfortable. Now later on, we'll break down, yes, the 70s are coming. It'll take a little bit of time, but we're going to see more 70s as our average temperature by the time we get to this point next week, our average is pretty close to being 70 already anyway. So maybe
It's a wonderful
80 soon.
time of year when
It
that
sure
average gets
is.
that high.
Yeah, eventually in May, we're going to get closer and closer to 80. Won't take long.
All right, thanks, Craig. Let's go around the state. 40-year-old Gary Day will face a trial. He's accused of abducting pregnant Beaver Dam teenager Sophia Franklin back in February. Police eventually found them months later at a Nebraska truck stop. Day remains in jail on a $2 million bond. A change on the Wisconsin Supreme Court. Justice Ann Walsh Bradley starting her term today as Chief Justice. Bradley has served on the court since 1995. She'll hold the Chief Justice spot until June 30th. Then Justice Jill Karofsky will step in. She's been elected to serve the remainder of the current two-year term beginning July 1st. A Southeast Wisconsin county executive looks to be running for governor. Josh Schoeman represents a historically Republican county just north of Milwaukee. While he hasn't officially launched his campaign, he's filed paperwork this week to establish a committee. It's a significant initial move toward entering the 2026 race. The Republican executive is expected to announce his candidacy Sunday during a historic summer kickoff cookout in West Bend. Current Democratic Governor Tony Evers has not yet indicated whether he'll pursue a third term. TDS Telecommunications has officially designated Onalaska as a fiber-fast community today. At a ceremony hosted at Great River Landing, TDS unveiled that Onalaska residents can now connect to internet speeds reaching up to 8 gigabits for residential homes and 10 gigabits for local businesses. The comprehensive project deployed 120 miles of cutting-edge fiber optic lines, bringing high-speed connectivity to nearly 8,500 locations across the community.
The ability to have fiber optic internet in your home is huge. It's faster, it's more reliable, it's honestly a better price even than the copper counterpart. So it's amazing.
The Madison-based TDS is now expanding its fiber network to additional Wisconsin communities like Eau Claire and Altoona. The Franciscan Spirituality Center reimagining a yearly fundraiser. Tonight, they hosted Tables of Joy, an evening of generosity and beauty. The first of its kind event featured a silent auction, dinner, and live music. Visitors could bid on 3 tables painted by Habitat for Humanity, La Crosse Youth and Learning Center, and the YWCA. Organizers say the idea is to emphasize collaboration and support across the La Crosse community.
We really love that communities coming together in a new way and really focusing on being part of a bigger picture.
The center's goal tonight was $40,000 to celebrate their 40th anniversary this year. Proceeds will fund Franciscan programs and the 3 nonprofits who joined tonight's effort. Leaders of the Boys and Girls Club of Greater La Crosse were honored at the Wall of Fame celebration tonight. The ceremony recognizes community members who dedicate their time and talents to supporting the kids and mission of the club. Ultra Federal Credit Union, Pat Stevens, Steve King, Matt Ludlow were all community award recipients. Wall of Fame inductees included Mike Hortzman and Chuck Olson.
People that have been volunteers, board members, some former staff members, people that have dedicated many years to service to this community and to the Boys and Girls Clubs.
In the last 39 years, there have been 80 inductees to the Wall of Fame.
Still to come, a popular kitchen appliance now under recall.
Plus, the Trump administration faces a major changeup to their national security team.
Shop for a cause at Home Sleep Express. Donate $10 to help ovarian cancer research, and Home will give you 10% off Luxuria or Thomas Cole sleep mattresses. Plus, pay no interest for 1 year. Give $10, get 10% off sale prices right now at Home Sleep Express.
This is the story about a little empathy. No matter where little empathy looked, it just couldn't find its place in the world. Which was sad, because it had so much to give. Then one day, little empathy made a friend. And the friend took it somewhere it would always be useful and appreciated. Welcome to a place where healthcare is all about caring. Amplify Health. A little empathy changes everything.
We see you out there, building a life you love, knowing that when inspiration strikes, nothing should get in your way. At Blaine's, we're here to help with everything you need to make it happen at prices that make it possible. Right now, Rewards members get a free $5 gift card with a $45 Miracle-Gro purchase, like large bags of Miracle-Gro potting mix, just $11.99. Plus, check out our assortment of live plants in our outdoor garden centers, now open. Blaine's Farm and Fleet, being original.
Shop for a cause at Home Seasonal Concepts. Home will give you 10% off sale prices on porch and patio when you donate $10 to help ovarian cancer research. Give $10 to Mocha and get 10% off sale prices now at Home Seasonal Concepts.
The Trump administration has its first staff shakeup. National Security Advisor Mike Waltz is out. Waltz's job has been in limbo since the Signal app mess. President Donald Trump now plans on nominating Waltz to be the U.S. ambassador to the UN. Before his job change, Waltz sent a message to Iran.
Iran needs to get the message that it can be a responsible country, that the President of the United States wants peace. He's ready to make a deal. And that it cannot have a nuclear weapon.
Secretary of State Marco Rubio will temporarily cover Waltz's old job.
Activists from coast to coast took to the streets as part of May Day demonstrations. Thousands of union members and immigrant rights advocates gathered in downtown Los Angeles Thursday, demanding accountability from elected officials. In Phoenix, protesters took aim at President Trump's policies targeting immigrants, federal workers, and diversity programs. And in Chicago, protesters marched from Union Park to Grant Park, calling for an end to deportations and worker exploitation.
Right now, the attacks on, or attempted attacks on immigrant communities, on workers, are higher than ever. And that's why it's more important that faith communities come out.
Also known as International Workers' Day, May Day was established in 1889. It commemorates the massive labor movement in the U.S. that eventually led to the 8-hour workday.
U.S. manufacturing slumped in April for the second straight month. A survey from the Institute for Supply Management shows production fell to its lowest level since 2020. The chair of the survey committee said companies were reacting to an unknown economic environment.
Over 2 million SharkNinja multifunction pressure cookers have been recalled over a burn risk. The lid can open during use. More than 100 people have reported burn injuries. You should stop using the pressure cooking function immediately and contact SharkNinja for a replacement lid. SharkNinja says air frying and other functions are still safe to use. Well, we'll have more news ahead.
But first.
Unfortunately, yeah, Friday's going to be damp and kind of cool or chilly, but the good news is the weekend still looks fantastic, and actually all of next week doesn't look too bad either. We'll break it all down for you coming up on your First Warn Weather Update after the break.
It's amazing all the work that goes into growing this little guy. The research you've done over the past decades is critical to grow a good quality crop.
The UW-Madison has developed light casts to help farmers manage leaf blight before it takes root in potato fields.
I can't really overstate how important that is.
What's at stake isn't just the crop in the ground, it's the sustainability of your family farm.
This partnership really makes me proud to be a Wisconsin farmer.
One Wisconsin on Wisconsin.
Hey! This $5 Mega Millions game is super exciting!
There are prize multipliers built into every play. So the lowest prize you can win is $10. Plus, it has bigger jackpots more often with better chances to win it!
$5 Mega Millions really is something to shout about.
It's available at Wisconsin lottery retailers near you, like this one.
It's Hy-Vee's 3-day meat sale this Friday through Sunday. Get Table Makers chicken breasts, just $1.99 a pound. Bone-in pork shoulder roast, just $1.77 a pound. Fresh ground chuck, just $3.99 a pound. Pork loin back ribs, just $2.98 a pound. Buy one, get one free on marinated pork loins. Plus, save on bacon-wrapped sirloins, Johnsonville smoked sausage, chicken grillers, and more. Save in-store and online, Friday through Sunday at Hy-Vee.
Can your floor stand up to this? At Sealands Carpetland, we know how hard your family can be in your home. You need a flooring that can stand up to mud, pets, and a crew like this. Don't sacrifice beauty for function. We'll help you find the perfect flooring to fit your lifestyle and budget. Come in and see our huge selection of luxury vinyl and tile. Sealands Carpetland in Coon Valley, where our #1 priority is you. Stop in today.
As I deteriorated, I needed something that would allow me to go from floor in the garage to floor in the home. Jason helped introduce to me all sorts of accessibility equipment. I have no questions about credibility and research. Personally, if somebody was asking me, I would say, here's who I would call.
Hi, I'm Jason with Access Elevator. Stop in and see us today.
Proper installation of your new windows make a difference. The team at Clear Choice Window and Home Solutions are factory trained to make sure your windows are installed to last. Call or stop into the showroom for your free estimate.
As I mentioned earlier, we're getting to a point where 70 is pretty close to seasonable, and by this point next week or the following weekend, that's where we should be. So right now we're still kind of in that mid to upper 60s. Overnight lows should be really in the 40s to even upper 40s, so it continues to rise, which is good news too. So overall, the worst thing is probably tomorrow. Of all the 8-day, it's really probably tomorrow just because of scattered showers, but it's really the temperatures tomorrow. Upper 40s to the north to mid 50s, that is well below average. It will feel quite chilly out there for some areas. It's mild and dry for the weekend and really dry for out next week. In fact, we might see dry conditions for the first half of May too, given what the pattern's looking like right now. So kind of that April showers bring May flowers. We're going to be drying out for it too. Otherwise, here's your line of showers. Mainly steady rain further north to go to Eau Claire. This will continue to be scattered in nature throughout the night. If you're further south, you may not see much of anything, just cloud cover, but you still might see a shower going on through the morning commute. Going through the late morning and early afternoon hours, still really similar type of trend. More steadier rain further north, kind of wrapping around that low up there. Otherwise, we'll continue to see just the light showers off and on through the afternoon. And then I think a few of them could persist even during the evening commute, but those would be really widely scattered. The bigger news going into Friday evening is then we're going to start seeing a little bit decrease in cloud. As you can see, we're going to start seeing some clearing skies, or at least partly cloudy skies as we go towards later Friday night into Saturday morning. Now tomorrow's highs, as I mentioned, pretty chilly actually up to the north towards Ladysmith, upper 40s there too. So we should be, this is about 10 to 15 degrees below average. So you will feel it tomorrow. The better news going into Saturday is we're going to see the temperatures then begin to rise back to where we should be. A little bit below a degree or two, but pretty close to seasonable. So we're looking at mid 60s for most areas, low 60s other areas. All in all, not too bad. Plenty more sun on Sunday. That means we're going to get more 70s, mid 70s. As you notice, it's a little bit cooler further north here, and I'll give into why that is. But overall, I think most areas will climb into the 70s. And then Monday, a similar trend. You can see, look at these 50s east to Madison, but we're in the upper 60s, even warmer to the west. It's because the system that passed through our south is actually going to come back north a little bit because the atmosphere is really getting blocked right now. And this is the jet stream coming around. So that low that's pushing the south is going to begin to actually pull back north. So when we go into Sunday and Monday, along with more cloud cover, that easterly wind's going to start pulling a little bit more moisture and a little bit cooler temps into the area come Monday. So that's why it's going to be a little bit of drop in temperatures Monday, and the further south and east you go, the more impact of this system is too. So that's why there's a drop a little bit. Otherwise, we'll have another drop probably coming with a front that comes through Wednesday, maybe a few degrees. Other than that, we're going to stick around the low 70s, upper 60s, depending on location, and mainly dry. By the time we hit 72 next Friday, that's only like a degree above average too. So pretty much seasonable, mild next week, but it really looks like it's going to be an extended, potentially long dry period.
Yeah, and look how fun Monday looks with that maraca. Aren't you ready for some tacos?
Yes.
Mark your calendars, everybody.
Mark your calendars.
Coming up next in sports, the Wild hoping to avoid elimination at home in the Western Conference playoffs, plus a wild one on the pitch in MVC girls soccer with some late game heroics. Jacob is next.
For residential, commercial, or high-speed doors, come to Lacrosse Glass and Overhead Doors. We carry a variety of CHI door styles designed to fit your vision. Get your free quote today.
It's customer appreciation time at Wesco, and we're saying thank you with exclusive savings on furniture and bedding, and your deal is just one spin away. Every spin wins, whether you're upgrading your bedroom or furnishing your dream living room. Now's the perfect time to save in style. Your home, your style, your savings, your Wesco. Stop in and spin before this deal rolls away. And don't forget to tell them Peyton sent you.
Let River City Grill in Winona, Minnesota be your new go-to dinner destination. We provide exceptional service no matter the occasion. From date nights to family outings with the kids, we have something for everybody at the table. Enjoy one of our 23 tap beers and pair it with a burger and fries during our happy hour from 2 to 6 p.m. Or, for a fine dining experience, try our salmon and steak entrees paired with our amazing signature cocktails. River City Grill, located in Winona, Minnesota. Call or book an online reservation today.
Tired of this? Would you rather have this? Get rid of that tired old lawnmower. News 8 Now and Tractor Central want to help you mow your grass off and give you a new lawnmower this summer. Go to news8000.com by May 19th and enter the Mow Your Grass Off contest for your chance to win a brand new lawnmower from Tractor Central worth up to $6,000. One lucky winner will be announced May 22nd. Mow your grass off with News 8 Now and Tractor Central.
For residential, commercial, or high-speed doors, come to Lacrosse Glass and Overhead Doors. We carry a variety of CHI door styles designed to fit your vision. Get your free quote today.
Covering all the exciting action from your community, here's News 8 Now Sports with Jacob Lenzendorf.
Pretty much a washout for most baseball and softball games today, but there were still a couple events going on, so let's check them out. Let's hit the track. Black River Falls hosting the Hoffman Invitational. On the boys' side, New Lisbon with a good showing in the 300 hurdles as Gavin Gessler and Jamison Barker take 4th and 5th. In the long jump, the Rockets' Jamison Paff took 1st, and New Lisbon would take 1st in the boys' scores with 139 points. Westby boys took 5th, but the Westby girls stole the show as they took 1st place with a team total of 169, a whopping 53 points between them and 2nd place. Fun one between two of the top teams in the MVC in girls soccer, Onalaska and Central. Limited chances through 68 minutes of the game action, but then Anna's Finley Walters gets her defender down and fires one near side to take the 1-0 lead, but too much time left for Katie Biondo of Central. Gives herself a perfect touch to send in a rocket from outside the box in the 73rd minute to tie it up at 1 in thrilling fashion. And both goalkeepers got one last chance to shine as two freshmen, Avery Cowley and Alana Vu, were on their A game all game long as they keep the last attempts out. An exciting contest ends in a draw 1-1, the final from Onalaska. A couple scores from the Diamond to pass along. A fun one from Whitehall today. The Norse barely edging out GET 14-13, the final there. And in Ridge and Valley Conference play on the softball Diamond, Seneca picks up their 5th win in a row, defeating Lafarge 4-1. Brewers looking for a sweep of the White Sox. First inning runner on 3rd for Luis Robert Jr. And with the infield in, nobody can handle that grounder as Chicago jumps out in front. Then things go south for Milwaukee in the 6th inning. 2 strikes, 2 outs for Craig Yoho, but his changeup to Miguel Vargas is belted high and deep to left, and that is a 3-run blast to make it 4-0. And then in the 7th, more struggles for Yoho as with the bases loaded, Robert Jr. scalds one to deep center, and that will get down and clear the bases. Brewers fall and will return home tomorrow against the Cubs for an important early season weekend set. Twins taking on the Guardians, and we'll pick this thing up in extras. Tied at 2, Jonah Bride will sky one to center, and that will be deep enough to allow Mickey Gasper to score, and Minnesota takes the lead. But in the bottom half of the 10th, Cleveland responds. Jose Ramirez rips a single to right to even things up once again. Then later in the frame, Angel Martinez called a pinch hit, and he delivers. That grounder gets to the outfield, and Ramirez will come around to score. Twins out-hit Cleveland 13-6, but they fall by 1 in the series finale. Wild looking to keep their season alive, down 3-2 to Vegas. Early first period, it's the Golden Knights getting the party started. Shea Theodore fires a wrister on the power play to put the visitors up by 1. But then right before the end of the first period, great work from Marcus Foligno on the boards, whipping a pass to Ryan Hartman, and he scores. Second period now, it's one of Vegas's best. Jack Eichel on the breakaway, just the goalie to beat, and he slots it home. And in the final period, Golden Knights looking for the dagger, and they get it courtesy of Mark Stone, who finds the back of the net. Wild get one back, but there would be no late game heroics as Minnesota's season comes to an end 3-2 the final from St. Paul. And how about this? For the first time in program history, the UW-Eau Claire men's rugby team won the Division III National Championship. The program been around since 1980 and features a couple of kids from the La Crosse area, including Ryan Mead, a Holman High grad, and Riley Hamill from GET, who's seen right here delivering the game-winning try in the semifinal round against Duke. He scored in the national championship as well. Congrats to those two and the entire team on that accomplishment. So we were talking a little bit of rugby earlier. Not too familiar with it,
No,
but
not at all.
An exciting sport for sure. It looks like something that I could definitely sit back and watch a little bit of.
Of course you would.
Yeah, I mean, I can watch anything.
Sports
We were watching
I'll watch
hockey,
it.
we were watching basketball back there in the
Yeah.
newsroom, so a lot of different sports, but maybe see some more rugby on TV these days, right?
I could learn with both of y'all, or at least you know about it.
A little
Yeah.
bit. We know a little bit, but
Okay.
I'm still trying to figure out how Duke and Eau Claire play each other, but we'll get back to people on that.
Yeah.
so.
Duke and Eau Claire.
Yeah, Division I school, Division III school. We're not quite sure how the national championship
When I
kind
think
was
of Duke, I
formatted.
think of Eau Claire as well in the same breath. So.
Duh.
Who doesn't?
All right, more news right after this.
Save the day for Spring Market in the Valley on Saturday, May 3rd. Browse items from dozens of local vendors and enjoy concessions from area food trucks while you shop. All right down Central Ave in Coon Valley. That's Spring Market in the Valley on Saturday, May 3rd in Coon Valley.
Save hundreds, one seat at a time on Stressless, the most comfortable furniture in the world. Only at Drury's in Fountain, Minnesota. Right now, take $200 off each Stressless seat. This includes each Laurel or Mint dining chair and home office chair, and each Stressless recliner. You can save $600 on Stressless sofas, $400 on love seats, and thousands on sectionals. Refresh your home with Stressless seating for less. Shop Drury's in Fountain, Minnesota. Family owned for 100 years.
I'm Tom Hammes from Maxwell White Water Conditioning. Have you been concerned about the quality of your water? Many homes in our area face issues like hard water, high iron, city-added chlorine, acidity, PFAS, and nitrates in their water. These can cause scale buildup, dry skin, stained laundry, health issues, appliance damage, and more. So don't let bad water affect your home and health. Call us today for a professional evaluation and start enjoying cleaner and safer water for you and your family. That's Maxwell White Water Conditioning, done right.
Cooley Carpet has always been more than just carpet, and now the name will reflect that. Cooley Floors and Design. Along with the brand new name, there's a fresh new look to the showroom. Don't worry, Cooley Floors and Design still has the same great team at the same convenient location. Ready to elevate your space? The design consultants will take the time to discuss your dreams, needs, and your budget. Cooley Floors and Design will accompany you through every step from expert advice to professional installation. Visit Cooley Floors and Design on Mormon Cooley Road for a fresh new look.
At Knutson Roofing, we know a cheap roof isn't good, and a good roof isn't cheap. When it comes to protecting your home, don't gamble with the bargain bin. Go with the pros you can trust. Knutson Roofing, over 20 years of experience to get your project done right the first time. Choose the best with no regrets. Call 715-ROOFING today and get a $250 Visa gift card with your completed roof.
Save the day for Spring Market in the Valley on Saturday, May 3rd. Browse items from dozens of local vendors and enjoy concessions from area food trucks while you shop. All right down Central Ave in Coon Valley. That's Spring Market in the Valley on Saturday, May 3rd in Coon Valley.
You're watching News 8 Now. Expect more.
The NFL draft may be over, but some in Green Bay are still benefiting from the event.
They sure are. A local nonprofit has taken the surplus of food from the draft and made sure it doesn't go to waste. Noah Cornelius shows us where the additional 6,000 pounds of food will go.
How many pounds of food?
So over 6,615 pounds.
That's heavier than the average weight of a smaller female Asian elephant, according to the National Zoo. And it's also the amount of food that local food recovery nonprofit Rooted in Ink was able to save after the NFL draft.
I work like 80 hours a week.
The nonprofit, founded just over a year ago by Executive Director Selena Darrow.
I was a single mom for 20 years. I struggled with poverty. So making decisions about my food choices was part of my day-to-day.
With a mission focused on preserving quality food. And at the draft, they received an abundance of it.
Very, very healthy food, a lot of sandwiches, a lot of fruit, vegetables, rice, protein. Like the majority of the food that we distributed was wholesome, nutritious food.
The food was distributed to 13 local food shelters and nonprofits. And now Darrow says they're primed to do even more.
So we will be implementing and offering cooking classes. We will be teaching people how to prevent food waste in their homes on the front end, teaching people how to shop, how to set their pantries up for success.
A lot of people are going to benefit from that. That's
Absolutely.
Good work.
Yeah, and taking that personal experience too, a single mom of 20 years with few resources, so she's really giving back nowadays.
Yeah, it's going to come in handy.
Yeah,
all right.
sure.
Greg has a final look at your forecast right after this.
News 8 Now and these proud sponsors honored the top graduating seniors from La Crosse area schools at the Honor Student Banquet. These students are outstanding examples of academic excellence, and we're proud of them and their schools. Congratulations to these and all graduating seniors.
Get an 11% rebate on your next big project. Check out our huge selection of landscaping blocks, including interlock edgers, now on sale for only 99 cents each after 11% rebate. Attract a variety of songbirds and cardinals to your feeder with Enchanted Gardens Cardinal Mix. It's a blend of nutritious seeds that keep birds coming back. Get a 20-pound bag for only $14.99 after an 11% rebate.
Save big money at Menards.
Wherever you are in Wisconsin, there's a free and confidential Aging and Disability Resource Center, ADRC, or Tribal Partner Agency. We're here for older adults, adults with disabilities, and your families. ADRCs are a bridge to support for benefits and financial assistance, transportation, in-home care, and more. Get to know your local ADRC and connect with resources now. Call toll-free 1-844-WIS-ADRC or go to findmyadrc.org.
May is Better Hearing Month. Come in for your free, no-obligation hearing exam at the Better Hearing Center. It's always easier to get help sooner rather than later. You adapt easier when you're younger.
I think some of the big things people will say is, why did I wait so long? It was easy, and I'm really enjoying the things that I used to again. The family's happier, they're happier, and they're enjoying their life again. May is Better Hearing Month, so come in for your free hearing screening at Better Hearing Center.
For our 13th year, Home Furniture is teaming up with the Minnesota Ovarian Cancer Alliance to raise funds for research, increase awareness, and support women and their families.
Make a purchase at home and donate $10 to MOCA and get an extra 10% off sale prices.
Together, we can make an impact. Shop for a cause and donate $10 for MOCA.
And save an extra 10% off our sale prices.
Thank you for supporting A Cure by shopping at Home Furniture. And join us in September for Home Teal Strides Walk and Run for ovarian cancer research.
News 8 Now and these proud sponsors honored the top graduating seniors from La Crosse area schools at the Honor Student Banquet. These students are outstanding examples of academic excellence, and we're proud of them and their schools. Congratulations to these and all graduating seniors. What is a hero? Not the kind from comic books and movies, saving the day. We're talking about everyday heroes, those with a special kind of courage or ability, those saving the day, one person at a time. News 8 Now wants to find those heroes and thank them for bettering our community. Go to news8000.com, click on Features, then Hometown Heroes to nominate someone you feel is truly a hometown hero.
Well, the good news is Friday is probably the worst day of the 8-day forecast. The showers, dreary, gloomy, chilly, but overall the weekend looks fantastic too. And all of next week, really the bigger story is the dry conditions. We kind of bounce around in temperatures a little bit, not seeing any 80s, but average should be about 70 by next week. So overall, a dry stretch of weather. And that could go beyond the 8-day too.
All right, something to look forward to for sure.
For sure. All right, that does it tonight for us at 10.
We'll see you tomorrow.